Hello, hello, I am Rangru,
And I'm Graham.
and we're here in a 1v1 on Vertigo. And who do we have falling down today, Mr. Graham?
Damn, you stole my line. So on the right-hand side in red, we have pro-communist playing as 2nd UK. And on the left in the blue, we have Greyhound playing as 101st Airborne.
And as you see right off the bat, both sides, quite a bit of forward deployment. 2nd UK a little bit more, obviously, with some of those SAS troops. I mean, especially against 101st, with their air power. Not a lot of helicopters this time, but pretty, I'd say, standard opener for the 2nd.
Yeah, it seems to me that this is kind of like how, it's funny, the two Phantoms are going to collide with each other. The British Phantom actually doesn't have a gun, which I think every once in a while could be a minor impact, and so you see it warded off, but the other one's going to go, Greyhound's going to have to dip out. Oh, it just got smacked by something.
Yeah, he did. Maybe probably by an SAS group.
Yeah, an SAS squad. Yeah, one of the Stingers fired. Yeah, I think this seems to me, this seems pretty standard from what I've witnessed from players, that it's very light. In the opening, there's a lot of forward deploy stuff, a lot of probing. It's almost like A-Phase and SD-44 at times.
Indeed. It's like almost kind of the game kind of wants its own phase system, but without actually adding it.
Yeah, it's like they kind of like settle on having an income.
Yeah.
And so they want everything built around the income, the 265 per minute, but they still want the feeling out, the probing phase, but they don't want to have to balance. I mean, I think we would both agree, coming from SC2, where you'd have a million different incomes. But actually, we see here the Fox is pushing back these deltas. The little Fox with the auto cannon, but it's not actually automatic, isn't that right?
I know, it's really just a bolt action auto cannon. And damn, really good hit on the deltas. And that's going to give pro-communist ground into that all-important middle section. And the SAS are just going to be able to hold that down pretty easily.
Yeah, and this is how I think that most players want to play this map. They want to take over this middle section because it allows you the ability to kind of pivot left or right from that position pretty well. You can put ATGMs in there, right, lock it down, and it's pretty nasty. Though Greyhound opting for the far northern take, which, I mean, I guess it's fine because it gets him the tick and he's the +2. But I've just kind of noticed in the game, it doesn't feel like the +2 doesn't feel nearly as deadly as it did 2 years ago.
Yeah, you can really get on quite round a +1 in WARNO. Games can really go by quite fast. And, like any good Eugene game, you just need good bloody territory, right? And the middle just gives you so much more room to maneuver. You can shut down, from communist position, the northwestern, as well as down south. I mean, you got a little farm complex here. We've seen some armored rifles, and the Rory Milan gives some good fire support. And honestly, I'm surprised Greyhound, well, now he's finally got one, and IP Abrams on the field, because that's really where 101st shines, is having some actual good tanks for an airborne division.
Yeah, you get this elite airborne infantry and a lot of different fast options, so you can be really quick, like you're diving into Caracas in and out. And then you bring up these IPs because you're actually staying because you want to have a little siesta on the beach.
Oh.
And these Abrams, and what I've experienced is that this is what makes the deck particularly so powerful, is that you have 2 cards of hard-hitting, not including the command tank, hard-hitting tanks at 230. Though, not having the IFVs, pro-communist has taken advantage of that. Now, you'll see this Pivad will annihilate this infantry in the open, though the warrior is trying his best with his semi-auto gun.
Yeah, he's doing his darndest there, but the IP Abrams is going to get into position to get online, and this should pretty much shut down pro-communist making any more maneuvers. And yeah, the smoke being popped, good call there from pro-communist. But so far, I think he's just in such a pro position. Like, he's pretty much got most of the important middle sections of the map under his control. Greyhound's really had to set up the defensive line on the forest road on his side, and I think he's just going to need to probably get more IP Abrams so he can just start winning that war of attrition in the ground game.
Yeah, I think if you're pro-communist, you're happy with the positioning that you have. Maybe the right being that up in the air is a problem, but you do have good coverage. You can see, he can see pretty well. He's got sniper teams mixed in. The SAS will pay if any helos try to get close. But if I'm, Greyhound on the other hand, hey, I've got a lead. We're now tied, and I can play this game as slow as I want to. And I think that does favor him because there is a ton of staying power with 101st, which you didn't see with decks like maybe 82nd.
Yeah, and you only really get, like, so much armor per second, and the IP Abrams are just more cost efficient, and really, better tank, even though it's not top trumps and armor and gun and all of that stuff. But even then, I mean, you got all the cheap ATGMs all over 101st. Oh, nice snipe from the SAS on the hero. Good little anti-flanking action here. So yeah, really, you know, we're just over 5 minutes in the match. Both sides really just settling in and just getting into the logi, the reinforcements, and all those important support weapons.
Yeah, the artillery's starting to make itself out, come out to the battlefield. We see pro-communists with a big old 155. Greyhound bringing up a mortar, a 1mm, and the slammer. That's the new unit they added because 101st needed more firepower, is what Eugen thought. You know, make America great again. They really took that to heart in France, and that thing is pretty disgusting. Like that's a pretty nasty piece. But this 155's brought out, and it's pretty close. And Ranked, I've noticed is players like to bring these artillery pieces forward for that short distance, for travel time for the shell, and to make it more accurate. So you actually, this is really common where they, you know, in Wargame, or even in ST2, those units are way in the back. Like, you're firing max range outside of your mortars for the most part, all the time.
Yeah, you really want to keep that guy in your base. I mean, especially if you're playing, you know, Wargame with the FOBs, it's like the huge incentive there. Right. Or Harrier Rocket Run, going in hard. We're seeing pro-communists really trying to probe a little bit more up north. The artillery support clearing out that town, and that's going to give the air mobiles a bit of a better position, but Delta's in a forest, man. They're not going to mess about.
No, they're going to cut them down. I don't even know if they'll lose a man, maybe one. Like the air mobiles, yeah, they're just going to get annihilated. The armored rifle is moving up, and the Warrior Milan could prove decisive here because nothing can kill it unless the Delta's able to get within range with his Carl Gustav. But that's at 750. You see it there. That's kind of like the thing I was speaking about earlier, Ring, is that I don't think the Warrior's that great of an IFV in the game, but he has an IFV, and that is one thing that 101st doesn't actually have.
Yeah, an armored personnel IFV, a tank is a
nice
tank
shots.
in the end of the day, right? If your opponent doesn't have a tank, doesn't matter if you have an FT-17, well, I guess maybe that would be a bit more extreme example, or a T-90, right? You have a bulletproof movable vehicle which can put down some sort of fire support, and not so squishy like a human.
Right, and then right there, you already see that 155 getting some work done, killing an entire airborne dragon team, which is, you know, that's what pro-communist is going to want to do, because he is going to need to eventually make a push. Because Greyhound, in theory, right, in theory, he could just sit here and say, hey, I've got the point lead, this is a tournament game, I just need to win by 1 point. That's what I imagine. I don't know what the rules are, but that's how it kind of used to be in Wargame. But so that left side, I think, for him feels like the best. Look at that immediate counter battery of that 81mm mortar. He might get it too. These are some really accurate shots coming in. One more, maybe we'll see. If that 81mm mortar lives, I think it's pretty lucky for him.
Oh, and the Phantom actually kills the Phantom. Actually, really surprised pro-communist is getting these important air kills, because Greyhound's air tab is really just set up for air supremacy. It has nothing to really pound the ground, so he really should be trying to win these air fights so he can at least keep all those areas out of blowing up his infantry.
Yeah, you don't want those British bombers just to come in and start doing work on you. Yeah. And so he, like you said, he has an air tab meant to dissuade engagement. So we see here in the middle, these air engineers are pushing in because they have the satchel charges. It's a good place from the town. There is
the slammer's slamming.
Yeah, it is slamming, and he's counter battering. Oh,
it
just loaded up with the Bedford. Yeah, it does end up killing the CV, which is kind of funny because that CV was providing a bonus there to the 155, but the 155 does live. I mean, I'd say that's good. That's a good slammer strike. You kill the CV, so these engineers are all going to die, I think, in the middle of the town. The Gazelle rocket's actually coming in a little bit clutch as well.
Yeah, it's kind of like the classic example of your first line of defense in a town, you know, gets pushed back. But then you have the second line of defense where your IFBs can come online, and it's just kind of like a trap, really.
Milan 2 opening up. The Abrams hasn't. Is he going to smoke up? Yeah, he's going to smoke, and so he's going to go in and dodge that Milan 2 shot there. But yeah, if Greyhound's going to want to take this middle of town, he's not going to be able to just do it with 150, 250 points and just get in there. Though we do see on the right, pro-communist is continuing to make gains there. One of the warriors is still alive. And actually, I mean, he's going to be able to entrench himself in the back side here. There's only the one dragon team. So the green. Oh, there's an arrow too, actually. He just hasn't unloaded it in the back.
All right.
Pretty sure some stuff. Oh, and the ITO vehicle's coming up, which is actually kind of nasty. That little vehicle does some work.
Yeah, ATGMs in this can really, even if they don't kill, you're gonna get suppressed. Because I think having a, giant missile come towards you is probably not a pleasant experience. like a dodgeball
I wouldn't think
of
so.
death.
If you watch Ukraine footage, it doesn't look like it ends up well for most of the guys on the first team. I don't think it's, not a fun time.
No, not at all, not at all.
He actually brought some War Warriors in for the middle. So yeah, I would imagine Pro Commie. Oh, great bomb right there. Because he has free access now. He shot down that fighter plane. There's no long range AA in 101st. So not having any fighters up in it. Well, I mean, it was up in the opposite direction. And these maps, it is a little wide, right? The map has some width to it. So he's able to get in there and get free kills. In any fusion game, if your bomber is single-shotting infantry squads and getting out clean, you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised Greyhound hasn't invested in getting the F-15. He's still been sticking with the F-4s, and they are cost-efficient. But considering previous circumstances, you'd think you just want to save a little bit of extra, because those F-15s would pretty much guarantee an air-to-air victory on those gunless Phantoms.
Yeah, I would think so. And we see here, he's really allowed pro-communists to play, I think, how he wants to. He's getting out heavy set pieces. We have big boy artillery on the battlefield, which also means he has the advantage because his is already accruing value. So if Greyhound wants to dip into the big boy arty game, he's going to have to make up costs. That's a real thing in these Eugene games that you maybe don't see on the scoreboard. These 155s are continuing. The Ito that was out of gas, that thing's dead right there. And then his snipers and SAS will be able to help spot out other pieces that he can just start artillerying them down.
Especially when games start to get static like this. I mean, Vertigo has seen big improvements since launch, but it's still a very static-y match because there's a huge, dead man's, like no man's land in between both left and right side. If really the northern side is where you can start doing some fun maneuvers, but I mean, you're actually starting to see some of those maneuvers happen. We've got two IP Abrams up north, the CV, the Little Birds. Like, I think Greyhound's gonna just try to really clear up his hill.
Yeah, but I find it interesting that he's spending so much more than pro-communist to make this happen. Like, if you look, pro-communist has, what, maybe 250, 300 points max? Like, I don't know all the numbers off the top of my head for this game yet, like if we were playing War Game, but a handful of infantry and one warrior Milan, where there's two IPs here. We have a whole Green Beret squad, a leader, Arrow 2, Stingers, the Mule Ito, and a ground-based Pivad, plus the Dragon on one. Oh, nice pickup there, though.
Oh, the F-15's going in hot.
Yeah, big deep. It went deep as I was talking, and it just got annihilated by the Rapier.
Damn, this is really not good for Greyhound. He needs to be winning these air battles.
No, yeah, absolutely. And I would say now it's decisively in pro-communist's favor. He has both of his Phantoms still alive. That's one Phantom and one F-15 dead for Greyhound. So he's really ceded a lot of air control, which I'm not sure he can actually get back outside of pro-communist just making a mistake. Oh, look here, though. The Challenger and the Warrior are pushing forward along with SAS. Ito trying to get a side shot. Good smoke right there. The really Abrams and other Ito are going to push up. Yeah, it's going to cause them to push back right there. Good timing by pro.
And that's really the power of just cheap ATGM vehicles in this game, because pretty much shut down that push. It caused the smoke, caused the panic, and it's only, a 55-point vehicle there. If it gets blown up, honestly, it did its job just by suppressing that one push.
Yeah, and sometimes losing your smoke charge, though, and the Greyhound being a little slow here on moving his vehicle, so that Ito is spotted, those 155s are queued right up. He might get the kill here, so it's another, that just adds to the total there. Yeah, this would probably die.
Yeah, he's gonna get big.
Oh, two more Phantoms are out.
Yeah, that's a lot of air power being brought up, because we got the two Phantoms in the back for pro-communist. So are we gonna get a commit? I mean, pro-communist does have some rapiers out, so maybe he's trying to bait them over his anti-aircraft defense.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't know, where in the rankings, maybe someone in the comment section will be able to tell us where the Rapier ranks in terms of AA in the game. I definitely don't think it's a bad piece of equipment. Oh, that TOW 2 team getting artillery down now as well by these 155s. These 155s have already just so much value, and I've harped on it, just so much value for him in the course of this game, and it's really allowing him to play this slow kind of static, grindy style, because he recognizes, hey, I've got 25 more minutes to get 130 points. Yeah, to win this game.
Pretty easy number to get to. And we got
here come the Jaguars. So
coming in.
Yeah, he's going for that TOW 2 team right there. Yeah, that got obliterated. The Rocket trying to get the Green Berets doesn't. The cluster bomber, they're coming in for the Abrams, which could be massive swing right there, because that's 2 Abrams that have died up there now. And these armored rifles, the air bubbles are still here. And those Green Berets gonna be careful. That Harrier rocket plane can tear them up.
Yeah, he still has his rockets ready to go, and Pro Communist has just made such use of his like air power. I'm really impressed. We got the 2 Phantoms and Greyhound.
Yeah, he's gonna try and intercept here, and he's going to. Yeah, though one of the Sidewinders getting a hit on that FAM. That's crazy. That thing's still alive. The other one dives in. They're dead. Are they both gonna die? Both are gonna die, and the Harrier rocket's gonna live.
Oh my, yeah, you're seeing Greyhound starting to now change up his tactic. He's got 2 chaparrals being brought up, but it feels a little bit late. Like, the air power just trades have been so good for Communists that he's probably just going to be able to keep ground pounding for the rest of the match.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. And now he's going to move. Like, you see, he's being very proactive. He hasn't sold those transports, so he can move his 155s easily, drop them just slightly off so cannon battery misses, keep getting value. Now, if you're Greyhound, and we see down south, there's a little bit of probing going on by pro-communists, he's going to have to kind of make something happen, because if he stays static, he's going to lose this game, I would imagine, decisively.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
Here come the Green Berets into the town.
Oh, man,
yeah, he's going to try and get... I think he's going to try and get that Arrow fire team leader, cede the north, which is smart. Like, he can't hold that anymore. There's just too much firepower. Just too much damage has been done up there. And maybe his Green Berets, get some elite infantry and start doing some work. But here we come. The Harrier rockets are... Oh, he lost sight of it. That's what he did. Oh, he's going to... Oh, the plane kind of, like, lost its mind. Just tell him there's Argentinians down there. He'll go to town.
Yeah, he'll find the target. But I do like his push from Greyhound. I think trying to just change up the angle and go for this town is probably one of his better bets he could make right now. But you see, we already got, like, motorized airborne coming in hot.
Yeah, that's the problem when you're down, right? It's like, hey, we need to change it up, which is good. Like, that's how you know these were 2 elite Wargame Red Dragon players. It's obvious they're at the top level of WARNO, so you expect them to make moves, right? To make adjustments mid-game and not just keep trying the same angle of approach or strategy over and over again. But it does feel like the going's going to be tough for him. He's going to need more support here. And it's not coming anytime soon. If you look, there's some Abrams down south, there's a Chap up north, another Abrams coming. So there's no infantry coming to help out these Green Berets and Arrow rifles.
Yeah.
Oh, the artillery hitting where the pivot is.
And look, another Harrier rocket
annihilated.
And those Harriers have pretty fast reload times, so they can just keep coming in. Just keep pounding.
Oh, and the Arrow rifle leader just got obliterated. So the Chap does kill it, but he killed the leader, so that's 2 rocket planes down. There comes the Jaguar. Yeah, I mean, if the Chaps can go ahead and get this one too, then I would say it's looking a lot.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That's a good. So that's what Greyhound needed. He needed some trades. He needed something positive in his direction. Stop the bleeding. Especially you don't want the British Air Force just to start pounding you into submission.
Yeah. His air power is, funnily enough, it's all his ground game, which is pretty much saving them here. His air force has kind of been down in the dumps.
Yes, though it does look like down south Pro Communist is making more progress. Now, obviously, it's just an armored rifle. There's some SAS. There's not a lot down here, but it feels like to me Pro Communist is really dictating the pace of this game right now, and it's keeping Greyhound on his back foot. He feels far more reactionary.
Yeah. Greyhound's is trying to plug in those gaps, and I mean, he was trying to make the momentum up north, but that's pretty much been shot down. And Pro Communist has pretty much turned the momentum already. He's got Oil's Warriors providing great fire support, and those chaparrals are pretty much have a pivot between him and the entire British infantry force.
He did kind of mess up there. That Phantom goes down. He tried to go. He got a little cheeky. He wanted to cluster bomb that IP. He missed it. Lost his fighter in the process. So he's lost 3-4 planes over the past 5 minutes. He's giving a slight opening here to Greyhound. Not a big one, because I think he's still drastically ahead. But definitely an opening, and now he's got a +2 going, and that's going to be brutal for Greyhound because this will evaporate his lead in the next couple minutes, and he's going to now have to decide, hey, how do I get this game? Oh, look at that double 155 buy, which feels like, I feel like he should have probably bought those 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. The Ori's, the trade-off with artillery is you want to buy it earlier in the match so it could do more boom for longer periods of time.
Right.
But if you're buying it too early, you're not going to have a front line, and you kind of need a front line unless you're really good at bluffing.
Yeah, that's why I liked the timing for pro-communist's buy. He correctly read the situation. He realized, hey, I'm stable across the front. I can quickly get a 155 out, bring it up here, and immediately start getting value. And something as well, the artillery does not just killing units. It forces your opponent to constantly have to move his units. Because if he doesn't, right, your chap's going to die, your stinger team's going to die, your tow team's going to die. And it's taxing. And so if you can tax your opponent's micro for longer, you're typically in a good spot.
Yeah, and artillery is definitely a nice and cheap way of doing that.
Yeah, it's not even that expensive. I mean, that 155 is 120 for whatever the transport is. What's the transport cost? Like, look at these things and look things up in game. Back in the day, you just had to know it all. 20, right? So they spent 140 points, and I promise you, they've each done well over 140 points worth of damage and kills alone. Even the kills don't reflect it. The amount of damage they've done to the positions of Greyhound far supersede that.
Yeah, and you got the IP Abrams trying to do a little bit of probing, but the Roaring Milans are actually going to hold them off. Pro Communist still has, like, it's a really nice position where, like, the Milans and the armored rifles are.
Cool.
You got, like, a nice corridor and a good amount of cover to, like, protect your more lightly armored vehicles, where these Abrams kind of having a hard time finding an angle to fire back into.
Yeah, and he also hasn't had as much protection or as much recon, you know, in front. I mean, I say that as there's an Arrow Scout right there, but you don't see any like GSR infantry, you know, something with the ground-based radar maybe to help him out. And that's because in 1-on-1 they are so expensive. Yeah. It's a massive like squad, and Pro Communist is just keeping the pressure up. This is something that, you know, we saw from him back in Wargame. Could be hyper aggressive at times. A lot of the Eastern European players in Wargame just had that in them, right?
Yeah.
Like they would get some success. And it's just they would continue to pour in on it. They don't really let up as much. And obviously both players know each other. They play each other a million times in Wargame. Great shot though by the IP there, the Challenger. Turner gets immediately smacked. He needs something like that, so he can't lose his IP here. Good micro there. You saw that he microed to keep the front armor shot in the Milan.
Yeah, really good, but he's kind of
the counter battery.
Entire army. The
counter battery is really good. Pro Communist, he caught him napping. Oh, it's not gonna be enough. He almost had kills there.
Yeah, almost.
Wow, that could have been game changing.
Yeah, because artillery was completely, you know, smacking him down in that northern little corridor here, and it's kind of already done the damage it needs to do. The Milans and the Challenger 2 are pouring in, and the Charlie 2. No, I keep saying Charlie 2. This isn't Red Dragon. He's a Challenger run still.
Mark 2. Mark 2.
Damn. But in that position, once he gets to the edge of that forest, he's going to be able to dig down at Abrams in like a head-on fight.
Yeah, I mean, I think I like the Abrams like in a vacuum over the Challenger Mark II, like the IP. I prefer it. The gun is pretty nice in terms of the AP on the Mark II.
Yeah.
But if you can just get in like, you know, straight, I mean, isn't that kind of the whole British thing anyways? Like, my Challenger and a hull down right in front of the situation is going to win. And that's exactly what he's trying to create. And another big thing, too, is he's keeping him alive. Where'd that other Challenger go? Did he end up killing it?
It's all the way in the back.
Oh, yeah, it's all in the back.
He's just having a cup of tea.
And he's chilling. He's sipping on the tea.
Yeah.
I'm not a big tea guy. I don't ever drink tea.
Honestly, I'm more of a coffee guy, too.
Right, and you're obviously Anglo as well, so anti-tea?
I know.
No cup for you?
You say I could join the tea party.
Oh, wow. That might be a little controversial for you.
That might be.
We do see these IPs, though, coming up, and Greyhound's clearly trying to make a move here. You see smoke used much differently. This is honestly more SD2 smoke, right? Mm-hmm. Like blocking off a line of sight so he can maneuver his troops, though his tanks are going to take this 155 fire, which might maybe delay what he wants to do. I think he kind of just to go. Oh, the chap getting caught in the open there by the rocket, and that's a nice pick off by that Harrier rocket.
Who needs
here
comes, you got Harriers.
The cluster's coming in. He's going for those M1 Abrams. He gets one of them, and the other one's almost dead.
Wow.
Massive pick there by Pro Communist, though he does lose the other cluster.
Damn.
That's a big pick, though. That completely stops that push.
Yeah, really.
There's nothing in front of him, really.
Pro Communist has done such a good job, pretty much smacking down Greyhound's like staging forces before he could do anything. Like, you know, Greyhound gets like a decent amount of force together, and he just starts to push, and then the British Air Force comes in and blows him up.
Why don't you take your attention to the far backside of the map as we see some Green Berets and some Chinooks making some deep penetration. Oh, look, he's seeing it, though. Pro Communist has seen it. So where are they gonna go? Does he want to land them in there and walk them all the way forward? Dude, here comes the Phantom. I doubt the Phantom gets the kill on these because they, I believe those Chinooks have ECM.
Yeah, and they already landed, so the damage has been done.
Yeah, 20%.
Also, I mean, looking at Chinooks,
oh, he's gonna bomb it. Look, he's gonna try and bomb it. Let's see if he's able to get a kill on one of them. Oh, actually, he completely misses.
Oh, I think that was a blind, just,
yeah, well, he just guessed, yeah.
So the Green Berets are going to be in there, which, you know, is pretty nasty. But it's 14 minutes left in the match, and they have a lot of walking to do. So, I mean, it's not okay. They're not going to snipe CV here, so I don't really know what he's trying to do here.
Yeah, I find it interesting because that's a major change for Wargame, right? Because you can move the CVs out of the map, put them in other places. You know, back in the day, in Wargame, you're right, a CV would be in Papa, and then maybe the Green Berets could get in there and do some work. Now they're kind of more of just a harassment tool, at least for the strategy he's using them for. And I think very expensive harassment at that.
Yeah, and there's often, as we see about Godview, there's nothing here to harass. There's going to be a Rover Milan, which might have a very nasty time. And these guys do not have man-pads, so they're not going to be harassing in the aircraft. If it's like SAS-type troops in the forest, that'd be a bit of a different story. But, oh, in the center, we got more smoke being dropped down. I think Greyhound, I mean, he needs to make something happen. He is 500 points difference.
Yeah, he has to go now because he needs to stop the bleeding if he wants to win this game. So the IP's going to... There is no real armor here. There's only that one Rover Milan up top. He does have an angle of approach. The 155s are now going to start shooting. And Pro Communist, I imagine, is just going to reposition, right? You see that... Actually, look north. You can see the Challengers and the Warrior Milans all kind of evacuate the dance floor up there. But not because they're in danger. They want to go to the danger.
Yeah, they are the danger.
They are the danger, right.
The Challengers the run who knocks.
Right, he is definitely... at least that's what they're telling themselves. Because it's not tea time for them.
Yeah.
But the M1 IPs, I think he needs to go. Like, his play was very slow. Then again, maybe it's like if I go, I die. But if you don't go, you lose the game no matter what.
Yeah.
So I would just say get ghetto with it. Like, take those two IPs, take the Pivad and those Arrow teams, and just maybe you can make magic happen. Because there is an opening here. There is a moment of time where he can make... Look at those GSRs now finally dropped off. I feel like that's a unit you'd want to see really early if you're 101st because of how valuable of a recon tool they are.
Yeah, you just... I mean, seeing is pretty much half the battle here. And you're right, like, there's really not much forces down south. It's like a Terrier squad between him and getting into Bravo. And if he gets into that Bravo tree line area and just holds that down, like we've seen time and again on Vertigo, like if you can get to a little, like, Bravo area, you know, you got the mountain covering you, that's a really good position to hold.
But a TOW 2 team going to get a kill on the Milan. Yeah, and that's just something, you know, you have to see from Greyhound. It's like, can you get that toe hold? Can you hold these different positions on the map? Because you're right, Vertigo can be very static. And while I would agree it's substantially better than it was, you know, 2-3 years ago, it's still a very static map. And losing those key positions early can just put you in a really hard spot. Especially like with 2nd UK, he has enough firepower, enough heavy armor, enough IFVs to maintain those positions.
Yeah, and I think we're also starting to see it start to materialize. We've got not one, not two, but three IP Abrams vetted, ready to go. The tank force from Communists is still just hanging around doing tea time. I think they're getting some logistics before they go for their Sunday drive.
Oh, good counter battery. Finally, once again, he might kill 155 here. It's gonna be really close.
Yeah.
The Challengers, yeah, I would say, yeah, there goes one. He does have 3 of them up, but yeah, there goes one. So nice kill, but it does feel a little late, right? Like that's kind of the thing with Greyhound here. He's gotten some picks, he's made some moves, but it all feels like it's taking too long. And I do think he still has a chance to win this rank, but he's really dilly-dallying.
Yeah,
it's time to go.
He needs to get into Bravo, try to sort of like neutralize that +2. I mean, Papa's going to be a bit of a long shot here, but maybe somewhere up north. North is just way too locked down. It might just have to be a Papa Ross. I mean, he's got the Green Berets here, and they also have to do some damage.
And they should go to town. They should annihilate anything that's in the forest. Now the rockets will be interesting. Oh, good kill. The Eagle, we just missed it. Dived in. It stops a bombing run by the Jaguar. So the Jaguar is going to live, but it does prevent it. Now here comes a Harrier Rocket, does he have another fighter? I don't think so. This is where Greyhound losing those Phantoms hurts. Because he really doesn't want this Harrier to come in here and get free range rockets on these Green Berets.
No.
Oh, he lost line of sight.
Yeah.
Well, that's huge for him. And the Chap here should lock this down. Yeah, immediately smacks that Harrier. Sends him going bye-bye, back to mommy. Here comes the Lynx rocket trying to reinforce here, but the Green Berets will go to town in that forest.
Yeah, and we're also starting to see the tank force from the north is making its way down south, and I know we got a lot of infantry reinforcements. We got more 2 Challenger Mark IIs, 1 being a command tank coming in here, so I think Greyhound might have just missed a train.
I think so too. I mean, he does have another IP in the back, but he needs to bring it up. That Chap is getting counter-batteried. I do think both cluster planes died, so he doesn't necessarily have to worry about that. But these Iblan IPs are going to go ahead and end up in a frontal throwdown here with the challengers. Now, first shots are going out. IP connects. Oh, both IPs connect, so huge opening. Pro Communist waltzing right in here. It takes the AT-4 to the side. One goes down.
Yeah, I mean, that Abrams having the veterancy is going to help out a lot. Yeah, it's all the ATGMs.
So he takes it all on one right there. Yeah, there comes the smoke. He's going to need to smoke one more time. And the Dragon team getting a kill on the Milan. Great pickups here by Greyhound. He stops the bleeding.
Yeah. And, I mean, he has 800 points to catch up to. And 8 minutes, which is still kind of possible, but I know.
Oh, my. Oh, look at the Milan's opening up here. This is where the Slammer. Where's the Slammer at? Or is it dead? Did the Slammer die and we missed it?
Hey, I think it might have.
We're a little rusty, people. We're a little rusty. But you can see, yeah, the Rover Milan, he needs something here, I think, to help suppress these ATGMs, because that's really stopped his push, or at least slowing it down drastically. Though he does have 3 more IPs. Man, you're right, though. Where does he make a move from here? I mean, this is nice now. It's nice, right? But he's got 8 minutes and counting left.
Yeah,
he
had a cool tactical victory. You know, we love seeing a good tank fight over the field, man for man. You know,
mono.
But we might see another one. We've got more Abrams coming up. But it's not going to win him the war at this point, because pro-communist is way too dug in everywhere. Like, he's been alerted down south. He's pretty much, like, kicked out the Green Berets from the hill. They are running away. So,
yeah.
And there's ATGMs all over. And those Abrams going to do so much.
So he's going to keep forcing the engagement here. And, I mean, he is trading well. I mean, he's doing damage. If he can kill these warriors. Oh, wow. Routed from the near misses by the Milans on the command tank there. So this Abram has to push up. Like, he's going to have to engage it. And he has to keep using his smoke to smoke off the Milan team inside the building, so he can't really use it to help his tanks too much more either.
Yeah.
Here comes the 155 on the pit end.
Yeah, ATGM teams just do such a good job of slowing down pushes, because there's one, and then there's one behind it, and there's another one to the side. And as you can see, I mean, they're not getting crazy damage, but they're going to shut this down.
Yeah, they force you to use your smoke, reposition. It's a micro, it's a micro tax as well on the player who's having to push. ATGMs, they are, I would argue they're probably better in WARNO than they are in War Game, which, I mean, some people may kind of like how, sir. It just feels like it's easier for you as the player. Like, if you can take a position, lock it down, you can't just bully with tanks that you sometimes could in War Game.
Yeah. ATGMs just do so much good suppressive damage here. And the IP Abrams are still alive, they're not dead, they're good fire support. And I do like how Greyhound, he's going in hot. He's not going to let this match go down without a fight. And he's going into the mid now with the aero fire teams, but they're going to get caught out in the open and probably just rip the shreds.
Yeah, I mean, there's too much armor here. And even though he's done a really good job in the tank battle, I mean, I would say in terms of just raw tank on tank, Greyhound was superior. Like, he played it better. His tanks got the better engagement, but that doesn't decide this game. This is too late for a raw, just a clash of armor to settle. All pro-communist needs to do is not break. Oh, look at the TOW 2. You see, that's what he needed, man. Yeah. That TOW 2 just smacked the shit out of that challenger.
Completely blapped him. I don't know if you see up north, Greyhound is another.
Oh, he's going in.
He's got machine
The boys
guns.
are going in.
We've got the fire team, probably what's left.
There's some more one shot.
They're up and over, the inline formation.
Right.
Someone's probably got like the Brody helmet on, and I like it, you know,
I hope
running
so.
over an open field, but 5 minutes left, I think they're barely going to make it into that town.
Yeah, it does seem like, he's in the game. This is a tournament match. He's like, I'm throwing down. Sometimes also you lose kind of sight of like what's going on, like in terms of like, who's about to win the game. Like you might be like, I have 5 minutes left. I have momentum. The math doesn't always hit you in the in the head of the tournament player all the time. And then we do see like these IPs are alive. Like any player who has that many IPs alive, so that challenger 2 just pokes in right there. It's just annoying, right? Pokes in, gonna back out. Like briefly gets him a +1. Like he's messing with him.
Yeah, he's trying to throw down. And the IPs, they're going to be able to come and do damage, but yeah, it's just too late at this point.
There is a hell arm here though too, which actually like, needs to be careful. That hell arm could. Oh, that's a side shot. Oh no, it missed. Oh wow. But this other one's looking a lot better. Looking to come in on the command tank. Oh, it misses too.
Oh damn. He's gonna
the
run out. Oh, he's out of missiles.
Yeah, he's now ran out. How many did they get? How much did the
8.
hell arm get? Oh, he gets 8. Oh,
that's not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh, that cluster bomb. Oh, the cluster. He didn't lose all of them. That's surprising. I thought all had died. Oh, that one it did get smacked out. It didn't even drop.
Yeah. And oh no, he might get out. There we go.
Yeah, 1 HP in a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the assault in the middle is now going, or at least the upper left is going in. The machine gun team's in the back trying to suppress, but the Warrior Milan doing some work. There's no armor here to support this push at all. There's no artillery supporting this push. I mean, he will get into the town. I think that's obviously a guarantee at this point, but there's no decapping.
No, it's not enough time. We got all the reinforcements being brought in by a helicopter. Oh, that's your shot.
Oh, he's got no.
Nice hit, yeah.
They went bye-bye. He took that, he took that personal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of...
Chap actually used over half the damage.
It's kind of a shame that Greyhound's doing so good now, but it's just way too late. Like, he's got some good trades. I think Pro-Communist is now really starting to hurt in terms of just, units left. But it doesn't matter. It's only 2 minutes left in the game. You're allowed to not have any units left 2 minutes into the game. It's all about the points, baby.
Yeah, at the end of the day, this isn't destruction. Wins are counted by who's got the most points on the scoreboard, and Pro-Communist has more points. And he did a better job in the first 25 minutes. I mean, that's just, and for a lot of games, that's what matters. And he had enough of a lead that he could sustain, losses. The challengers got messed up. There's no denying. They thought that they were the danger, and they ended up getting hurt. They got obliterated a little bit. But they're going to get the dub, and that's what matters.
Yeah, and Greyhound is starting to push through the Bravo sector now. I mean, he's just got the big Abrams blob, really.
So the Milan might kill a CV before he can get... Oh, well, yeah, that CV's dead. Yeah, so he won't even get that going for him. Yeah, he's stuck here for 2 minutes. I mean, he's flying a CV around. He's got one of the Chinook. I mean, yeah, we tapped out. There we go.
Damn, and honestly, really close KD for a match out long.
Yeah, the back in 10 minutes, Greyhound did really well. Like, I think he played outstanding those last 10 minutes of the game. The problem was, I think the game was over.
Yeah. Yeah, the game was just done.
It makes great TV, though. Like, if you're watching it, there was a lot of really good fights. Like, you can clip and put the Challenger and the IP up on the video, and people will think, man, these tanks really threw down. And they did, but they didn't.
Yeah, for like 30 seconds, It's like a real tank brawl.
Yeah, it was over really quick. And then, funny enough, the Milans were a bigger factor in what was going on there than even the tanks themselves.
Indeed, just suppression. But looking at the kills here for Greyhound, I mean, some of the Abrams, actually, some of the Itos, even the Green Berets doing decent, but I don't know, nothing that really stands out. It's like very...
Go look at those 155s for... if you want to end on that, go to those 155s for Communist. That right there tells you, I mean, the Slammer did die. I said you need more arrow twos, toe 2 teams. Yeah, well, one of them killed 3, so a whole card dead right there. I mean, multiple a leader dead, a mortar dead. Just so much value out of his heavy artillery for those 2 first pieces.
Yeah, just the heavy arty. I mean, artillery wins wars, you could say.
Absolutely.
But no, I think that's pretty much it. A really excellent match from both sides. I mean, it's a very good reason why these 2 people have been playing around for so long. And they kind of just showed it here. Even towards the end, when Greyhound, he was not doing good, but he did find a way to, get back some momentum. It's just too little, too late.
Oh, my.
But, do you have anything else to say?
No, that was hot. It was a good one to jump into with 2 Wargame players as well. Look forward to next week.
Indeed, and thank you very much, guys, for watching. And as usual, please just take it easy.